You can't see
Now,
them.
I'm wondering if any of you are seeing belugas for the very first time today. Yes, quite a few of you, definitely. Well, if you're seeing belugas for the first time or you've seen them many times before, we would like to welcome all of you to our 1245 Beluga Show. The belugas here at the aquarium are connecting and engaging all of us in issues like climate change, and we're really glad that you've joined us to find out more today. I would love to introduce you to the trainers and the belugas joining us right now. So, we have trainers Paula and Kevin coming into the habitat. Let's give them a big welcoming round of applause. And the belugas are next. Over here to my right is Aurora. She is the older of the two belugas, and she's been at the aquarium for about 24 years. In 1995, she became the very first beluga to conceive and give birth in a Canadian aquarium. Her daughter Keela is spitting Paul over here to my right, or to my left. And Keela was born here at the Vancouver Aquarium on July 23rd, 1995. So how old is she?
19!
19, that's right. Let's also give the belugas a big welcoming round of applause. Belugas at the Vancouver Aquarium are helping to conserve their species through research, and we need your help to ensure that studies here and out in the ocean
Can we get a bit closer, briefly?
Now, speaking of out in the ocean, I'm wondering if anybody can tell me where out in the ocean belugas can be found. Please feel free to shout that out. The Arctic! Thank you very much. And they can also be found in the shallow, or more shallow, St. Lawrence River. And over here, Aurora is showing us how comfortable belugas are in shallow areas. Both the St. Lawrence River and Canada's Arctic can get quite cold, but frozen areas are where belugas have survived and thrived for quite some time, in fact about 2 million years. In that time, they have mastered the art of living in and around the thick sea ice that is so crucial to northern life. Why is it crucial? It's because in the Arctic, sea ice acts like soil. It's where the algae grows, and that algae provides food for many different creatures, including invertebrates and fish, and those are then eaten by belugas. You might be surprised to find out that there are such a number of different species living in the Arctic, but this is one of the things that research has shown us. The amount of life or biodiversity there is staggering. If we've already been doing research in the Arctic, though, is there anything else to learn about it? Well, yes, and to put it into perspective a little bit, the human body has been studied in depth for about 2,300 years. Yet only last year, a new ligament was discovered in the human knee. If we're still learning about our own bodies, imagine what we have yet to learn about belugas and their Arctic home. One fact is clear, though, and that is that the Arctic is changing, and humans are causing that change. Scientists predict that based on trends from the past 34 years, by the year 2035, the Arctic may be ice-free in the summer months. To some of us, that doesn't sound like a very big problem because we love summer and melting ice around our homes in the springtime. But in the Arctic, this is a big problem because it shrinks the amount of food available for all of the different creatures that live there. As we saw before, it forms the basis of the food web. And we're losing a lot of ice every single year. How much? Well, is anybody here visiting us from either Vancouver Island or Switzerland? Yes, I do see some hands going up. Or maybe you visited those places before. It's an area larger than either of those places of ice that we're losing each and every year. So the next 50 years are going to be critical for ensuring the future of belugas and their Arctic home. Unfortunately, evolution has not prepared belugas for this changing climate because they're very well adapted for life in a cold climate. So I'm wondering if you can tell me what words you would use to describe a beluga. Please feel free to shout those out.
Endangered?
Endangered? That is a good word. That's certainly true for some of the populations of them. Anything else? I think I heard fat or blubbery, yes, for sure. And that is something that is an adaptation to their cold Arctic environment, and they do have a variety of adaptations that have allowed them to survive there. I've got to say though, my very favorite one is their vocalizations.